Alright, quick update. Came out of the shop again to piddle some. Got a little bit done, and it's a good thing I didn't set up the tripod today to record me actually doing this work, because it would have had to been edited as many choice words as I threw out. So, I don't know if you can see, but looks pretty good. My door gap I'm pretty happy with. It closes up to about where it needs to be perfect up here. Gets a little wider as it goes down, but it's not terrible. I can work with it. I figure after a little layer of Bondo and whatnot, it'll probably fix itself. But a little bit of a hump here. It's not bad. I don't know if you can make that out. Yeah, right there it humps out a little bit. I might be able to pop that with a hammer before I weld it. But more or less that's it. That ended up closing up nicely. I can press that in. Anyways, on to my choice words. So, in messing with this fitment, figured out that to be able to get this to curve, I had to make my slits. No problem. Oh, excuse me. Done that before. Made my slits. Top made it up perfect. Like it closed in nicely. Worked down, got towards this part, and I had to notch this so it would fold in. But on top of doing that, the bottom was hitting. And that's where I got pissed. Should have drawn a line. Because this flange that chopped off the bottom that I did need to trim some off of the front did not mean to trim this much off the back. You can see where I started curving upwards and made it thick. So I took a big chunk out of this back. I planned on welding this whole seam up anyways, not a big deal. Even if I chose to, I would have needed to shorten it to raise that flange even if I wasn't doing that, but my plan was to weld all the way down this. My plan was not to have to weld in this big ass gap. The front's gapped, but it's not terrible. That I can work with here. This down here, it's gonna be fun. What I'll probably end up doing is laying a TIG rod here and just kind of stitching up and down, melting that rod in. I'm hoping that'll clean up decently to where it won't be terrible. It'll probably end up getting Cheetoed a bit and having to be ground down. I'll have to try to keep the temp down so it doesn't warp this, but that's the plan. That's all I did just now was fit this up, but it's pretty much ready to weld now. I'll have to finish prepping this face how I need it, putting whatever holes, grind the back side, weld through primer the back side, and get ready to weld this up. So it'll have to come off one more time. And in doing so, the back side at the bottom I'll clean up, and this front face I'll clean up. And I think that's all I need to do with it. Everything else is already prepped. This bottom flange here and this back flange here. I'm gonna put this fancy spot welder to work with, so it'll actually get some use. But overall, I'm happy. Now, this door is not quite straight either, because here door sticks out, and the front, it's the other way around, door sticks in. Couldn't really figure a way to fix that. Tried doing some twisting and like kind of twisting it like that, but there's no way I could find where I could bring the back out or the front out while the back goes in. So what I'll end up having to do is some 2x4 work or 1x work. I'll open the door up, put a 1x up here, use the door's leverage and press in and try to flex the bottom of this out some, hopefully without screwing up the line. It doesn't have to move much, just a little, so hopefully that'll be able to adjust. Same thing the back. The back, I'll put a 2x on the outside and probably hit it with a mallet a couple times, and hopefully it'll bend it in just a hair. But this quarter's ready to weld. So soon the sheet metal work will be done and I'll be able to move forward with fun stuff. Still got to weld this tail panel and these bumper brackets, which I have to heavily modify to make work. But yeah, I need to fit up that tail piece once I lay the trunk back on too. I'll be laying the trunk on before I weld it as well. Still have to throw a Tech screw in this back. I'll lay the trunk lid on. I'll put those two bumper or rear extensions on to make sure my lines are good before I weld this quarter. So that's it for now, guys. Until the next time.